I am Dr. Kikiokpe Oluwarore, and I'm the Director for One Health and Development Initiative, which is the organization implementing the AFIWEL program. AFIWEL program is, in full, is called Africa Fish and Aquaculture Welfare Program, and our goal is to advance and promote ethical, safe, and sustainable aquaculture in Africa. And we are doing this because we know that there's a lot of growth, there's a lot of opportunities for expansion on the continent in terms of fish and aquaculture. For many reasons, it's a growing population, and then there is a lot of consumer choices with regards to fish and aquatic products. However, we also realize that with growth can also come a need to safeguard our ecosystems, the animals, and every other thing around it. So which is why we are coming in and saying, I mean, with the growth that is coming up, let us do it in a sustainable way. We don't want to grow and then destroy our ecosystems. We don't want to grow and then allow our animals to be in bad health or bad well-being, or have unsafe environment, or have unsafe products for people to consume. We want to ensure that while we are growing our farms, we are expanding our aquaculture, we are doing it in a way that ensures that the fish and other aquatic products that are being produced are in good well-being. Our consumers are consuming safe aquatic products and healthy ones, and also our ecosystems where we are growing all these products are preserved for the future generations. That exactly is the goal of the AFIWEL program. There's a lot of people going into farming now, but how to do it in a way that is sustainable, that is ethical, that is safe is what people don't know. And I mean, also because, the Afrocentric approaches to how we can be able to grow our farms and ecosystem and our fish better within the African, climate ecosystem is also something we need to let people know more about. So, I think awareness across different levels for the farmers. There is a gap in awareness even among policymakers. There's a gap in awareness even among experts. There are a lot of things that we all need to be able to project together in terms of sharing information on welfare, sharing information on standards of compliance that ensure that we have safe, healthy, and climate-smart practices on the ground. So awareness is the biggest one. Every other thing can be resolved from there if we have awareness and right messaging across all stakeholders. So this workshop is very instrumental because while we've been having several conversations with government stakeholders, both virtually and also in person, we thought to have this workshop to have like an official Inception meeting to introduce the program, to tell people about AFIWEL, what we are doing, take information from what we've done in other countries, bring it here, and then together, collaboratively, we will now work towards developing an action plan on how we will now implement the program in the country. And we are doing this because while we have our goal as an AFIWEL program. First of all, countries are different. What happens in Tanzania cannot be completely replicated in what's going on in Kenya or any other country. So country context is very different. Stakeholders are also, different. Maybe not different, but they have their different experiences. Another thing is that we are also very particular about aligning with country priorities. We will not do what is outside what the country wants to achieve as a goal, as a country. Of course, we have AFIWEL goals, but we need to align it with the priorities of the country. If a country, for example, doesn't have any legal framework, we know where to start from. If a country has legal framework and wants to improve on it, we know where to start from. Again, countries are different. So we also want to ensure that we are aligning with the trajectory of the country in terms of what are they doing to promote sustainable aquaculture within their own rights, or ethical fish welfare practices within their own country. So that alignment is very important. So this is why we have this workshop. We brought different stakeholders from government to research to private sector to have those discussions and then to collaboratively work towards an action plan that is owned by the country, developed by the country, and that can be implemented by the country also. We are just here to support and provide guidance where necessary.
I want to appreciate the fact that the government is purposeful in ensuring that there is safe space for the blue economy activities, including and beginning from the feed production, the hatcheries, standardization of all practices along the line, up to grow out and to the market.
The State Department, through its regional offices, remains committed to partnering with AFIWEL and stakeholders to scale successful intervention share data, and strengthen capacity at both national and county levels in the whole Republic of Kenya. I want also to reiterate that some of these particular outcomes could also enrich our possibilities for coming with government projects that will also impact positively in the life of our people.
It is an honor to join you at this Inception workshop here in Kisumu, the heart of Kenya's aquaculture heritage and the cradle of its future. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here to reimagine aquaculture as food and as livelihoods, and as a moral, scientific, and economic enterprise. Our humble call, ladies and gentlemen, is for a continent, or rather for a commitment to match productivity with responsibility to animals, ecosystems, and people. Aquaculture in Kenya presents us with a promise and a paradox. Ladies and gentlemen, our aquaculture has grown roughly 1,000 metric tons from, or rather in the early 2000s, to about 31,700 tons in 2023, according to the literature we have. It's driven by stimulus investments and programs that revived pods, hatcheries, and feed production. Growth alone is not enough. It must be inclusive, ethical, and sustainable for us to achieve our vision for market competitiveness as a country. We can only achieve this with an appealing, safe product, safe for all, including local communities, unlike the traditional practice of tolerating poor quality for local consumption across Africa while exporting safe, high-quality products. I urge us to work towards a Kisumu Declaration, ladies and gentlemen, which will serve as a practical start to achieve these aspirations. In this workshop, we intend to identify Kenya's aquaculture priorities, to establish the Kenya AFIWEL Safe Committee to drive the aspired transformations, and to define indicators and accountability pathways for the adoption of the SAFE framework from farm to policy. Let this be the beginning of a welfare revolution that aligns science, ethics, and economics. We can achieve this if we embed welfare into production, into policy, and into markets. Our 5-step approach to deliver on this coming mission. Step 1 is we identify the priorities. In step number 2, we define the activities that will enable us to achieve that. So what concrete activities are needed to address each priority? Step 3 is to assign responsibilities. Who should lead each activities? Is it government? Is it academia? Is it farmers? Is it private sector? Is it CSOs? Is it the AFIWEL team? Or is it somebody else that you think needs to do this that we may not have on this list? And then step number 4, we need to figure out the resources and the enablers to make it happen. What financial, technical, or capacity resources are required? What existing platforms or programs can be leveraged? That is critical, especially for the short term. Step 5, setting timelines and outcomes. What realistic time frame can each activity be completed in? It's very important that we all get committed to this because it is all of us succeeding if we do what is right. Thank you very much.
We are guided by the One Health concept, so as you leave here, have this in mind. Healthy fish produced in a healthy environment means healthy food for a healthy population.